Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm testing out Enlisted on a low-end PC. Yep, that's right, I'm throwing this game at my trusty old i3 without a graphics card, just to see how well it can hold up. Because let's be honest, not all of us have the luxury of a beefy gaming rig, right? So, if you've got a potato PC like me, or you're just curious about how this game performs on a budget setup, stick around because this is going to be fun. Plus, there's a surprise in store when it comes to the performance, and I mean the good kind of surprise. Alright, so the first thing I did, like any seasoned low-end gamer who's been burned by stuttering and lag more times than they care to admit, was make a mad dash for the graphics settings. I didn't even bother checking how the game looked out of the box, because I knew it wasn't going to be pretty. Straight to the settings menu I went, dropping the resolution to 720p and turning everything down to low or just plain off. Shadows? Gone. Textures? Looking like a 2005 game. Post-processing? Please, my PC would laugh in my face. My goal here was simple. I wanted to squeeze at least 30 FPS out of this thing. Just 30 smooth frames per second, like a gift from the gaming gods, and I'd be happy. But oh man, was I in for a surprise. So, I fire up the game, fully expecting my screen to turn into a flipbook, when suddenly, bam, I'm greeted with a smooth, silky 60 FPS, 60 frames, on this humble, graphics card-less machine, with its trusty i3. I literally blinked and checked again to make sure I wasn't imagining it. At first, I thought my PC might just be playing a cruel joke on me, like, look at what you could have had if you weren't so cheap. But no, this was real, solid, lag-free 60 FPS gameplay. Of course, there was a small catch. The game looked like it had been run through a washing machine. The textures were blocky, the trees looked like cardboard cutouts, and let's just say the soldiers didn't exactly have the most detailed faces. But hey, I'll take smooth over pretty any day. Then, in a moment of sheer daring, or maybe I'd just gotten too cocky, I decided to push my luck. For the first time in ages, I actually increased a few graphics settings. It felt like a rite of passage, like I had leveled up as a low-end gamer. I bumped up a few things: textures, anisotropy, AMD FSR to quality instead of performance mode. Just a bit, mind you. I wasn't about to send my PC into cardiac arrest. And guess what? Even with these tweaks, I was still pulling in a solid 40 to 50 FPS. It wasn't just playable, it was downright smooth. No weird stuttering, no random frame drops, no crashes. Honestly, it felt like my PC was celebrating too, like it had just gotten a second wind and was ready to go. This machine, which usually cries at the sight of anything more graphically demanding than solitaire, was handling Enlisted like a champ. You can see my exact settings at the start of this video. This is the magic formula that worked best for me. If you've got a rig similar to mine, you might want to take notes. It felt like finding a perfect balance, enough graphical flair to make the game look half decent, but still keeping that sweet, buttery performance. Honestly, I was ready to call my PC tech support and ask if they'd secretly upgraded my machine when I wasn't looking. Now, let's talk gameplay. Once I dialed in that sweet spot with the settings, balancing just enough visual flair without making my PC overheat, it was time to dive headfirst into the action. And let me tell you, if you've never played Enlisted before, buckle up, because this game throws you straight into the chaos. Imagine this: massive World War II battles unfolding all around you, planes dogfighting in the sky, tanks barreling through the terrain, and soldiers screaming orders in every direction. It's not just a shooter, it's a full-blown war zone. And trust me, things get chaotic fast, in that good, adrenaline-pumping way where you're constantly on your toes. It's like the game wants you to feel as disoriented as a real soldier on the battlefield. Now, I'll be real with you. Running this on my low-end PC wasn't exactly a cinematic experience. Sure, My soldiers sometimes looked like they were made out of Play-Doh, and those distant trees? Yeah, they kind of had a 2D painting vibe going on. But here's the thing. Even with my graphics settings cranked down, the game still managed to be immersive. It's all about how Enlisted handles the scale of the battle, and let me tell you, even if it looks a little rough around the edges, the gameplay itself more than makes up for it. You're thrown into these sprawling, chaotic maps, and every match feels like a scene out of a war movie. Minus the crisp visuals, of course, but that's a sacrifice I'm more than willing to make for smooth performance. The real surprise for me was how well the game managed to handle bigger maps and large-scale engagements on my little potato of a PC. I'm talking 20, 30, 40 players running around, planes whizzing by, artillery shells landing everywhere, and somehow, my frame rate stayed rock solid. No crazy lag spikes in the middle of firefights. No weird slowdowns when I was storming a bunker or defending a capture point. Honestly, there were moments where I had to stop and think, wait, am I still running this on an i3 with no graphics card? It's like the game had some sort of magical optimization sauce, because I was expecting frame drops the second I stepped onto a large, open battlefield. But no, it held up surprisingly well, which meant I could focus on actually playing the game instead of worrying whether my PC was about to burst into flames. Now, about the sound design. This is where Enlisted really shines, and it's something that truly makes up for the visual shortcomings when you're playing on a budget rig. The sound of the gunfire, the thudding of nearby explosions, the hum of planes flying overhead. It's all done so well that you actually feel like you're in the middle of a war zone. Even when my textures looked a little fuzzy, the audio immersion really kept me in the moment. The voices of your squad barking out orders, the chaotic radio chatter from the opposing team. It's all so well done that I often forgot I was playing on low settings. Seriously, I had a few moments where I flinched in my chair because an explosion felt that real. It's the kind of experience where the sound really carries the atmosphere, and it makes you feel like a part of something bigger, even if you're just some random foot soldier caught in the fray. Gameplay-wise, it's not just about running and gunning, though you'll be doing plenty of that. Enlisted gives you control of a squad, and each soldier in your squad has a role: sniper, engineer, rifleman, and they're all controlled by AI until you switch between them. So, if you get taken out, you can immediately jump into the shoes of one of your squad mates and keep the fight going. It adds a layer of strategy that I wasn't expecting, and it's honestly pretty fun figuring out how to use your squad effectively. Sure, my AI teammates might have looked like they were moonwalking across the battlefield now, and then, thanks, low settings, but they held their own surprisingly well. And when you're trying to take a point and your whole squad is working together, it really feels like you're part of something much bigger than a solo match. One of the most chaotic and exciting moments came during a beach assault. Picture this. I'm running up the shore, dodging bullets, and trying not to get blown up by the tank rolling in from the side. Planes are flying overhead, dropping bombs, and my squad is frantically trying to make it to cover. It was absolute madness, but in that moment, it didn't even matter that my PC was low-end or that my settings weren't maxed out. The thrill of the battle, the immersion of the sound, and the smooth performance had me so hooked that the graphics became an afterthought. So, if you're like me and you're playing on a budget rig, rest assured that Enlisted isn't just playable, it's immersive. Sure, the visuals won't blow your mind, but when the action gets intense, you won't even notice. You'll be too busy trying to survive the battlefield chaos. So, what's the verdict? Can you run Enlisted on a low-end PC? Absolutely. If you're rocking an i3 like me, or something similar without a dedicated graphics card, you'll be pleasantly surprised by how well this game performs. Sure, you'll need to tweak the settings a bit, but once you find the right balance, you're golden. I'm honestly shocked at how playable it was. I went into this expecting a slideshow and came out with buttery smooth gameplay. Whether you're into large-scale battles or just looking for a free-to-play game that won't murder your PC, Enlisted gets a big thumbs up from me. And that's a wrap, folks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and consider subscribing for more low-end PC game tests and reviews. Drop a comment down below if you've got any suggestions for other games I should torture my PC with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome, and keep gaming, even if it's on a toaster. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Joe, no mercy!
Victory will be ours! Guys, I'm reloading! Got it! Grenade incoming!
Capturing! Yes!
We captured the control point. Move out to the next one.
Here! I need to reload! I'm dry! That guy logged in! Go to hell!
Go, 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 go!